freak out. Decomposition, freak out. I really want to show you the simplicity and overall chillness of how to make it. You just need a good lighting, of course, and as you can see, it has a glowy surface, so you don't want it in your picture, and you need to make this kind of angle where the glowy things will not be seen. You just take a picture of many angles as you can, just to start out, to try out how it will look like, and upon the visionary result, which we're gonna get, we will optimize the strategy further. Do you see? Yeah, I think you see my phone. And as well, a very important thing, when we're gonna make a scene how the chocolate milk will pour into some cup or a blender, we need to open this up. We need to open this up. This is really important because otherwise, if you take a picture of the lid, it will not make sense. AI will not understand, so you need to keep it open. Once we're gonna go into the phase when the milk will pour, we need to have an initial inspiration. So I just go onto TikTok, and there are many content creators who already built something up. I just use it. Like I see this, we're gonna use this in protein milkshake. And yeah, it's already here. You really need to have strong visionary and directoring skills. So I'm just gonna get inspiration from them. I really liked this whipped cream idea. And yeah, I'm already like making inspired myself. This deliciousness, this richness, thickness of this substance. And we're gonna use this visionary skills inside prompting. You should not generate right away. You need to have a certain plan. You need to have a storyboard as in usual video production, which makes sense, of course, because if you just generate right away, the process will be scattered. You really need to have references, and they are very valuable with working with AI, because everyone says that prompting decides, prompting is everything, like when I work, but no, it's not about prompting at all. Yeah, okay, it is about prompting, but it's a creative process, and AI is not a magic wand. It cannot do everything for you. It cannot do everything for you, of course, and you need to tune it up. You need to be the director. Of course, you need to put a lot of direction and effort making AI work. After 1 hour of brainstorming and sitting like this, I have come up with ideas for our video, and I really recommend doing it. It is really important so that you know the plan and you know which tools you're gonna use. The first slide is chaotic, but yeah, just for you, just internal. There is opening shot. We're gonna use the like the reference pictures which I found from Pinterest. I just go onto Pinterest to have kind of an inspiration, and I also can go onto Google to visualize. And I will cover this theme. Everyone talks about prompting, but they miss the visual approach, which is important as well. I think that it's 50-50, and that is really important that we have props, how we can explain to AI, because with only one text, we're gonna have multiple versions. A chair can be blue or green, like the texture is not seen through the text. So yeah, images, they do matter. And it is pre-work, which you need to do, not to spend credits. I have gone through this, so I'm telling you as an advice. We need to keep as well the importance of background, what they're gonna be behind the scenes, behind our product. I was thinking maybe some modern kitchen, maybe even something like this with marble, with stonish, and this pinky, rich pinky kind of mixed with chocolate theme. Maybe this is gonna be quite good. Or professional studio as well, like something like this, something like this. It is important to keep the same scene consistency, maybe the same prompt or the same reference image, the atmosphere. This is like kind of the same. And also my favorite approach when getting the AI scenes, it's background blur, because AI really sucks at details, and background blur makes it more smooth, more refined, so that we can focus on our product rather than AI inconsistencies. Like it's still a little drawback, a little limitation, but it's a very powerful tool overall, a very powerful tool. This is going to be the main opening shot, and we also need to focus on decomposition method. With the whipped cream, I really liked this idea, this little concept of the protein milkshake and the flowing streams of chocolate syrup inside glass surface. I really love food. Yeah. Then the second shot is going to be the blender with ice. I don't think that it will be shivered. It's gonna be ice cubes, and they're gonna fall straight into the blender with cling ice sound, like this. And it's going to be static camera movement because the ice cubes, they already give this kind of motion. Here we don't have any motion, it's just a simple task for AI zoom in, and here we can move in motion for dynamism. And as well, I wanted to talk about like some philosophical approach, which I really love to do in AI and in all the activities I do throughout life. AI, it's fast decision making, really fast. You need one idea, then you test it out, and if it doesn't work, in most cases, if the concept doesn't work right away, you need to move on. You need to see the result. If it satisfies you, then good. If it doesn't satisfy you, then you just move on. It's also visionary and directing. It's very active and you need to put yourself out there. It's not passive. AI will not do anything if you stay passive. It just represents your ideas, your concepts, and yeah, you need to control it. You need to direct it. And I also struggle with too many choices. Actually, I struggled before, but right now I'm more grounded. And this is really important so that you have a plan, because it kind of limits the variations of many possibilities which you can do with AI. And yeah, you can train yourself on that with like too many choices to limit yourself down to finally make a video. Yeah, this is kind of working specification inside this field, and I really treat it like a craftsmanship. I can build a system, but there are many nuances of course in any industry, and it's a real craftsmanship. It's a working specific with AI, depending on simple task, or for example, like just camera movement. You say a prompt in image to video, you say like camera zoom in. It's a really simple task which AI will handle in 2025. But if you say, oh, I want this camera movement to flow around the blender, then go in and then make this inside the blender so that the camera moves around, it might be very complex. Yeah, and it comes with experience, learning what is a simple task, what AI can do. You adapt to its character. I can talk about my experience forever. Then the fourth shot, of course, our chocolate milk. We're gonna add it to blender. This is a very good reference. Which I took from Pinterest, this folder. And I just wrote, you just simply need to write protein milkshake, and then Pinterest, it's high quality selection of aesthetical pictures. This is a good, there they have a good examples, a good props for AI to understand what you want. Prompt plus reference images. And since Pinterest already has the aesthetics, then your generated outcome will be beautiful as well. And we're gonna also have a little challenge putting it in exactly this angle. But we're gonna cope with it. Then there is and the texture must be thick, creamy, delicious, rich texture. And I get this appeal from watching video, from the video, because like you cannot. I really like the philosophy of comparing our brains and AI, because it's neural networks and we kind of have the similar appearance. It is really hard to recreate something when you haven't uploaded something into your memory, the materials, and you cannot become a genius if you haven't learned before. So that is why you need to upload material into your brain, into AI, and that is how you get the combination, the synchronization, how's this word? Synergy of your inspiration and AI technical skills. Yeah, so I just get inspired. Yeah. Okay, enough. And then yeah, I want to recreate this chocolate streams inside the glass surface. And as well, I want to share with you I figured it out by myself, this dimension, because a lot of brands, they really want to have this realism, but so that it's not hallucinated, doesn't have AI character where there are unicorns and rainbows flowing around. So I call this approach classic creativity. Classic creativity, it's making the most appealing angles of realism with AI, enhancing them. We will try this approach throughout this video. And then, yeah, kind of the final shot, cookies. So like we're just adding cookies because it looks okay. I also took this idea from the first reference which I saw on TikTok from the creator. this looks cool, this looks great, why not to integrate it into AI? Considered angle shots to make video varied. We are not going to do just only one shot. This is a good life hack. You're kind of a cameraman, you're a director, filmmaker. Camera movement, if there are no movements inside the video, setup consistency, realism. We have integrated according to plan 3 scenes where the product is involved, and this is going to be culinary AI production approach, my AI production technique. And I don't think that we're going to use text to video. Text to video, it's usually you don't have control over this, don't have visionary control over the scene, but the overall the quality of the video is good. But with image to video, you have visionary control, and that is why I encourage everyone to use reference images, not only prompting. Again, prompting cannot control the visionary aspect. Yeah, and that is why, first of all, we need to generate images which appeal to our tastes. And let's move on to this phase. So this one was the storyboard, the first phase, and the second one is generating images.